this, Scorpio. Why is it that for the other signs, I get all these pretty channeled messages, brushed hair, wrapped gifts? I get your message for August 2026. Do you know what it is? It's a dusty-assed bat cave. It's like literally a cave with a lone bat just flies across. And I'm thinking to myself, because I look forward to reading for you, Scorpio, you know that I do. This is one of those times when you are called to the cave. No other sign can do that like you. You're the one. You're taking one for the team of 12 here. So, August 2026. Let's take a couple of cards for you. That one. Yes. The Last Stand. This is not easy, okay? And I am not going to shit you and tell you that August 2026, when we have eclipse season, so we've got a lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, is going to be a picnic. It isn't. But look, this is about survival. This is about breakthrough. This is about transformation. And what is Scorpio about? What is the Death card about that everybody never seems to realise with tarot? Transformation, okay? August, the pivotal month of the year. July had something to do with it too. It was like a warm-up act. It was like the fluffer for August. But now this is about August, the real deal, okay? And the cave is calling. And this might, here, battle scarred, exhaustion. Everybody, well, not everybody knows. I know, do you know? I think you do, that Scorpio can go on and on and on and on when they're on a mission. That card, I don't know what it is, but we're going to look at it in a minute. Oof, that's the one I wanted. There it is. Bloody knew this card was going to come up. I don't like it. We don't always have to like it. The Shadow Thief. Who is this? What is this? Where is this? Hidden motives. Okay. Covert plans. Unseen player. Secret agenda. Let me know in the comments if you want to. I'm always very loath with Scorpios to say let me know in the comments because I'm thinking sometimes you're going to want to, sometimes you don't. So I know it's a big deal for a Scorpio to put it out there. You don't have to, okay? But if you want to spill the tea, I'm here. Snacks, drink, ready. I'm a Pisces. I worship at your altar. Okay. Oof. Oof. I've never seen this one before. Oh my Lord. Right. The card that came out that I had to hide for some reason and is now coming out. The Dark Deceiver. Bloody hell. Not gonna lie, that's a lot. That little trio, that's a lot. I could do a whole pick a card reading from here. Except, you know what I'm also getting as a channeled message, and they do make a good fan? I'm getting that whichever one you pick, you're going to end up in the same place, and that's in the Batcave. Now, the Batcave is what I have for Scorpio. I'm going to use a bit of Enchanted Shores for you as well, because I'm feeling water sign energy, this kind of energy, and also maybe Enchanted Veil, because we've got some enchantment here. We've got some enchantment, we've got some possible kind of, I don't know what you would call this. Do we call it dark magic? Do we still call it that kind of thing? Who knows? Anyhow, okay, I'm going to take a couple of these. I want to know what's going on in the cave. What do we need to know about? Good. If you know what I'm talking about already, you don't even have to say what it is. In fact, just like drop like a white heart. Let's put some white light into it. I would say, I know that half of you are going to be like, no, I'm going to drop a purple heart. I'm going to drop a black heart. Drop a white heart in the comments and just say, I know, okay? Because I know that you know. Scorpios know. I always say that you lot know the sewers. You know the sewers, you know the drains, you're all about the cave. Okay. Excuse me. Ace of Swords. You will get, I'm not even going to call it answers, because it's not like you go, oh, question, and then it's like answer in an envelope, and you go, oh, I thought it might be that. Not that simple. These are like epiphanies, okay? We put the fanny back in epiphany. Did you ever used to do that at school? You're like, oh, you said fanny. Maybe that was just me in my religious studies class. Ace of Swords is like this truth that comes down the crown chakra, and there's no room for messing. There's no room for like, could it be this? Could it be that? There's no real talking it through with anybody either. You are beyond the kind of influence of having a conversation about this. This is for you. This is for you and maybe your guides, if you have guides. I'm not big on guides. You and your higher self, but also Scorpio, you and your lower self. Because Scorpio, you can do both, okay? 5 of Pentacles. The mermaid having a snog under the arch. Pisces got this as well, actually. Interesting. Got any Pisces in you? Do you want some? That's really 1980s, isn't it? Is that a ladder in your tights or a stairway to heaven? I don't know what I'm channeling today, honestly. It's it's the heat, I reckon. 5 of Pentacles. Look, I love me an archway, particularly in water, to be honest. And it could be the mouth of the cave. And it kind of reminds me, you know, Scorpio is associated with Hades, Pluto, with the underworld, but also Persephone, Lilith, all of these kind of, you go down, you find out the information, you come back with the secrets, often shown as like pomegranates, apples, all that kind of jazz, you know? Never a Twix, never a Mars bar. It's never like, I've brought a Cadbury's caramel and I know things. Anybody want to share? No, it's like, I've brought this pomegranate. Anybody want to get a needle and pick out the pips? Not really. But anyhow, Scorpio. I just love reading for you. I get so vibed when I read for you. So I'm a double Pisces, as you know. And I get more Pisces as you get more Scorpio. And we vibe. One of my best friends is a Scorpio. And we're just terrible when we're together. It's so dark, but so interesting. Right. So, in order to get these kind of epiphanies, you have this 5 of Pentacles, Mercury in Taurus, by the way. Okay. It's never an easy ride. It's quite solo. 5 of Pentacles is like, I could do this the easy way. I could cover this up. I could be comfortable, but I won't. And that is very, very Scorpio. You don't need to be comfortable. I'm going to go so far as to say it's one of your secret weapons, okay? And let me know in the comments what's your other one if you want to divulge. And let me know if you're early, middle, or late Scorpio, or your big 3, or all of that information. Spill the tea, okay? And if this is really tooting your horn, do hype the video, Scorpio. Hype button is hidden, but Scorpio can find it, I hope. I'm sure as hell half the time can't. It's supposed to be where the like button is, comments, slide to the left, hype button. Then we get the 4 of Cups. Interesting. 4 of Cups is like a kind of a reset. It's a yin card. It's a stop and think. It's a mull this over. It's a don't react. Absorb the information. And it's more like, because Scorpio for me has fire and water, making you more interesting than the rest of us water signs, okay? But you're definitely here in the water phase, not the fire. It's like, just absorb what you find out, absorb the information and don't react straight away. We have this kind of hammock between 2 eclipses. Gonna get some of my aerobics in. So hammock between 2 eclipses. We've got an eclipse on about the 12th, which is new moon solar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse on the 28th in Pisces. That's a biggie for you. It's a biggie for me. It's a biggie for everyone, but definitely for us water signs, especially about revealing, about this dark deceiver, about the shadow coming to light. I'm also getting, God, so hot in here, Scorpio. I'm also getting that you go into the cave, and this cave could be that you spend 2 days like in your bedroom or in your bed, or you go for a walk to that special place that you go to. It can be metaphorical. Stay safe if you're making it physical. Not a fan of going into a cave, but you know what I'm saying. You could also do this. This would be good, actually. You could also do this as a mini hypnosis journey. So if you take 5 minutes, for me it'd be during the day, for you probably like 1 in the morning with a candle, swinging some sage, butt naked in the garden. I know what you're like, but whatever. Do this 5-minute journey where you take yourself to the cave, okay? Maybe you swim to it, maybe you walk to it, maybe you drive to it, maybe you take a Harley Davidson motorbike, who knows? Let me know. And you enter the cave and you can smell the cave, okay? You can smell it, your Scorpio. It's damp stone, that damp stone smell. Maybe there's a hint of a fire, maybe somebody's been there. Look around, maybe you've got like a fire torch. Look around. You probably find an object, a book, a thing. Keep with this, okay? Because this is the kind of truth that's going to, I'm going to melt like a candle. This is the kind of truth that's going to reveal itself almost as if it's speaking in tongues, okay? It's not going to send you an email. It's not going to text you with it. It's not going to be completely, and this is really weird, okay? It's not going to be completely human speak. It's going to be dead strange. But see if it's the safest way for you to get that message is to go on a deep hypnosis journey. Now, for me, I do it during the day because I get freaked out if I do it at night. You know yourself. If you get freaked out by hypnosis, just do it as a little daydream during the day. And do it sitting up. Oof. Oh, I really like that. Oof. I went to see the Odyssey the other day and it's kind of reminding me a lot of that. I guess this is a kind of an Odyssey, but you're going to a cave, which wouldn't make so much of a good film. Got up, I got dressed, I went to a cave. I'm being Matt Damon now. I went to a cave. I grew my beard and I came back. The secrets. Anyway, Wheel of Fortune. I love this. It's like a kind of a vortex, whirlpool, dark moon, eclipse. It's also the Wheel of Fortune, which, as a Scorpio can understand better than most, is not the wheel of, hey, it's all going to go in your favour. It's not. It's the Wheel of Fortune, Fortuna, of destiny. This is about forces and things moving and you moving with the forces and you joining those forces rather than going against them. And this might present itself, and I'll have a look at how it presents in relationships in a minute. This might present itself to you it could present itself to you in an altercation with your boss at work. It could be really 3D. It could be that you have an argument with your spouse. It could be that you meet somebody and go on a date. It can be your situationship flares up, you know? It can be anything. It can be about your friend, whatever, or your enemy. But it's rising up. It's filling up. Think of it as like a tank that's filling up. And then as we get to the 28th, where we have that partial full moon eclipse in Pisces, by God, you better be out of the cave by then because it will fill with water, okay? Take what you've got and bring it out and then take a beat until the end of August. Don't react. just, maybe you do tarot, lots of Scorpios do. Maybe you go get a reading off somebody, or you read for yourself, lots of Scorpios do. Maybe you do whatever it is that you Scorpios do, okay? I don't need to know, but if you want to share it in the comments, share it in the comments. Translate everything you find out into something that makes sense as an action plan. So I'm going to say no action until September, okay? This is like Beastie Boys. They didn't really sing that, but they could have done. No action until September. Okay, Six of Swords. You're moving away from something that is chaotic and difficult and a bit disorganized. Now, you may be moving away from it completely and leaving it behind, or you may be finding a through line to clarity, to make it clearer, okay? For some of you, if you know that there is a shadow thief, that there is a dark deceiver, you are taking your last stand. For some of you, if you already know that you've been deceived, you are dealing with that. And that's it. September, you make your move, you do your thing. I mean, I've always said about the Scorpio heart, far more sensitive than people realise, or Scorpio lets them realise. But when a Scorpio is done, and it takes a lot for a Scorpio to be done, it does, admit it, it does. But when you are done, you're done. You're so done, it's like double dead done. Done. Okay, we also have the Eight of Pentacles. If this is something you can work on, if this is something you can work with, if this is someone you can work with, if this is a relationship that needs some work, you can now identify the work that it needs. If this is about your job, your career, your destiny, your relationships at work, your relationship to work itself. And I'm talking about either work where you're doing a job because you need the money, you've got a goal and you're like, I need to do X, Y, and Z. Or whether this is, you know, I need to fulfill myself, I need to help other people, I need to heal this, I need to do that, whatever it is for you. You find out how to take the necessary steps. And I like that for you a lot. Woo. You have the strength. And you also, you get your catharsis. This is the Ten of Swords. I would call this burning down the house, but it's not burning down the house. It's like you're busting the cave. Okay, I'm going to bust this cave. Smell you later. Well, I suppose if it was like could be quite fishy in there, couldn't it? If it was a seal. I'm sure they're great, but they don't smell so good. Okay, we're just taking a couple of cards on relationships. There will be an extended love reading, which I can already tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be around, you go into the cave, what comes out of the cave from this scenario, okay? What happens, and also I'm going to look further into those. We're going to dig into the dark deceiver, the shadow thief, anything that's holding you back in that way, okay? Because, look, in your love life here, I get justice, which is karma, a rebalancing of power, but also those weird karmic forces that you've been feeling for a while. For a few of you, and this is difficult, are you stealing your own shadow? Are you working against yourself in a relationship? That's a difficult question to answer because it's about being accountable. You're being accountable, they're being accountable, and you're kind of dissecting the whole story of this situation and seeing where the light falls, seeing where the shadow falls. I'm very pleased to see the King of Cups coming up in this. I like this. King of Cups is quite a mysterious figure, but also a figure of a person that has the capability to match Scorpio's emotional intensity. But at the same time, if you've got shadow thief elements and any deceptive elements, the King of Cups can be quite slippery, can be quite mysterious, can be quite opaque. A little bit like Orpheus, who used to play. The King of Cups can often be a musician, a poet, someone who's quite ethereal, creative, mysterious. Lots of Scorpios are, but this may be somebody that is in your vicinity that has this quality, this almost dreamlike quality, but also can be somebody where it's very difficult to pin down the truth of them. Because the King of Cups is also, I mean, Orpheus is the King of Cups in the mythic tarot for a reason. Because the King of Cups always has the cups, and it's whether they are the last man standing at the bar or whether they're an amazing poet that can almost speak to your heart. They're usually something in between, okay? And then the Four of Swords. And this is a big reminder to you, Scorpio, with the Four of Swords, that you will need to rest during August. This is a lot, and you've swum very far, okay? Lean on your friends, lean on your guides, confide in what you... Scorpios normally have like one person, two people, oh my God, that they can confide in, okay? Wow. Two of Cups and the Hanged Man. When you get the Hanged Man, this is so beautiful, and this is like an underwater cave. Please don't go in an underwater cave. I'm completely claustrophobic, but you know what I'm saying. Metaphorically, when you do your hypnosis thing, maybe it's an underwater cave. Don't mind if you do it in hypnosis. And the Two of Cups. This is kind of what's at stake here. This is a true connection, not an easy connection. The light that's coming up here. Are you going down? Are you coming up for breath? Oh my God, Scorpio, this is a lot. Okay, I'm going to have another caffeinated beverage. Then I'm going to do the extended reading, which is going to be based on what comes out of the cave. You walk out of the cave, and then what? Okay, you hit the light, and then what? What happens to the shadows? What's hidden in the shadows? We're going to dig into all of that in the extended love reading. We're going to use my weird decks, my divine timing decks, swing, tarot for you, tarot for them, the whole shebang. Woohoo! Okay, it's linked below. I'll see you there. Namaste, lovely Scorpio. Don't go changing